Good evening. This is a little different. I am coming to you from Brevard, North Carolina. Peter, my master, and I are on a getaway this weekend, and I just wanted to come on here and talk a little bit about the things that we're doing this weekend and how we're going about spending our time together. And the biggest thing is I've had a lot of people ask me, well, you're in your, up in age now, and we're in our late 50s, and we still have boys at home, but they're in their 20s now. So people want to know, why do y'all do getaways? And my parents used to do getaways for the weekend, and my master's parents used to get away for the weekend as well. So I wanted to talk a little bit about this, especially on our Patreon with the ladies, and just to let them know exactly why it is good to get away for a weekend, whether you are a monogamous couple or whether you are a polygynous couple. So here we go, buckle up. Okay, so like I said before, we are in Brevard, North Carolina this weekend, and Peter decided that this would be a great weekend for us to get away and just do some game planning as far as not only our marriage is great. I can honestly say for 32, almost 33 years, our marriage has been great. We've had ups and downs, but what marriage doesn't have their ups and downs? You have your hills and you have your valleys, but for the most part our marriage has been really, really good. And so when we came up here this weekend, the things that we were intentionally wanting to do was get away, have a little alone time, not having to worry about the hustle and bustle of our home. There's always things to do at our home. And I was thinking on Yom Hamishi on Thursday, before we left to come up here, this is really not a good time for us to break away for the weekend. Our beets are ready. They need to be harvested. But there was that thought in my head of they can wait a few days. They'll be just fine. They were well watered before we left, and our boys are at home and they're taking care of everything. So basically it was just Hasatan trying to put thoughts into my head of, nah, you don't need to go. Y'all need to stay home. You'll be just fine. Your marriage is whatever. But no, we intentionally planned for this weekend. And so if you have young children at home, husbands and wives need to intentionally make time to get away for your marriage, for yourselves, to just be able to have time alone. If you have a baby, take the baby with you, but leave everybody else there with an older sibling or a sitter for the weekend that you can trust. Like I said, we have older boys, and we entrusted them with the farm. And Peter booked a place for us here up in North Carolina, which has been we could not have planned this any better. The weather has been beautiful. Today we went on an 8-mile hike, and it was gorgeous. And so the weekend has been wonderful. But if you are a polygynous couple, you definitely need to get away. The husband, the master of the home, needs to plan to spend a weekend away with each of his women. It needs to be done. They deserve their time together. The husband and the woman deserve their time together, because of the fact that the second or the third, there's a lot of things going on, especially with the first, and with children and everything else. And so she, the second or the third, deserves to get away for the weekend as well. But while we were hiking today, we did a little bit of Patreon planning, and we've done that with our meals and stuff too when we're sitting here talking. So we're basically talking about you, the Patreon group, and how we can make it better, how we can make it grow, what we can do for y'all. And we also, while we were hiking today, I'm very competitive. I grew up in high school, I ran track, and then in the military, there was competition there. But in a polygynous marriage, there is no competition, because what you're doing is you're a team. You're working together. And today when we were hiking, it wasn't a matter of who was in front, myself or Peter, my master. It wasn't a matter of that, because there was no competition. It was a goal of getting there together. And that's what in polygyny, you're a team. You're working together. It's not a matter of I'm better than you, or I'm the first wife, or I have more privileges than you. It's not a matter of that. It is getting to the goal, the mark, which is the kingdom, together. And that's what you need to plan for your household. The master and the women need to plan on doing when you're together. And then there's other things that we've talked about. Yesterday, before we got here to our Airbnb, we spent time just walking around a cute little town in Brevard and just sightseeing, basically. We ended up getting a couple of odds and ends of things that I've got this, and then Peter needed a new coffee mug, and so I bought a coffee, or he bought me a coffee mug when we were in Bryson City, North Carolina. And so I bought him a coffee mug when we were here yesterday. And so now, Lily, when y'all go wherever you're going, you'll just need to get a coffee mug now, and we'll have a matching set of mugs for each of us. So it's the little things like that that make the family special. And so every family is different, but the master of the home is the one that needs to be intentionally making sure that his woman or his ladies are treated not so much the same, because no two women are the same, but they're treated differently. But there's also the fact that no one is going to get special treatment, because it's not about, I love you more, or I like with children. You can't play favorites with children, and so you certainly cannot play favorites with polygynous wives. So I just wanted to come on here and chit chat a little bit about what we've been doing, but our Patreon is what is important to us and the people that are in it, and we love you very, very much, and we want everybody to be able to join in however you can. If you are at the $5 level, you get to be in our Telegram group, and that's where it is, the specialty is in the Telegram group, because you're able to have communication with not just myself, Peter, or Lily, or any of the elders in the group, but all of the ladies and all of the men in the group, and that's where it is very, very special. So come and join us, and we love taking you guys on trips with us, and that is what it's all about. So hope y'all had a wonderful Shabbat, and for King and Kingdom, we bid you shalom.